I discovered my wife's affair through her social media. After confronting her, she revealed it was a revenge affair because she suspected me of cheating first. Before we got to the story, I plan to give away $100 to whoever has the best opinion regarding this matter. So stay tuned, and I'll announce the winner in the few next videos. You only have to post your opinion on the comment below and consider to like and subscribe so that you'll not miss the announcement and many other future giveaway. Thanks, and back to the story. Emily, not a real name, is love of my life. I believed we were the perfect match. We shared dreams, ambitions, and a deep love that seemed unshakable. We had our challenges like any couple, but I always thought we could face them together. Little did I know, the foundation of our relationship was about to be severely tested. Emily had always been active on social media. She enjoyed sharing moments of our life, thoughts, and her achievements. One evening, while scrolling through her Facebook, I noticed a series of posts and photos that made my stomach churn. There were pictures of Emily with a man I didn't recognize, looking far too close for comfort. The captions and comments were even more alarming, filled with inside jokes and affectionate language. I felt a rush of confusion and anger. How could this be happening? Was I misinterpreting the situation? I decided to confront Emily directly, hoping for some logical explanation. When I showed her the posts, her face went pale. She didn't try to deny it. Instead, she broke down in tears, admitting that she had been having an affair. My heart shattered into a million pieces. The woman I loved had betrayed me. But then, Emily said something that caught me off guard. She claimed that her affair was a revenge affair because she suspected me of cheating first. I was dumbfounded. Me? Cheating? She explained that she had seen me being overly friendly with a colleague at work events and had jumped to conclusions. Rather than confronting me or seeking clarification, she let her suspicions fester until they consumed her. In her hurt and anger, she sought solace in someone else's arms. I was at a loss for words. I had never cheated on Emily, not even come close. The colleague she mentioned was just that, colleague. Yes, we had a good working relationship and occasionally shared a laugh, but there was nothing romantic between us. Emily's insecurities had led her down a dark path, one that had now torn our marriage apart. The weeks that followed were a blur of pain, arguments, and endless discussions. Emily apologized repeatedly, expressing deep remorse for her actions. She admitted that she should have come to me with her fears instead of seeking revenge. The damage was done. I felt betrayed and wrongfully accused at the same time. We decided to seek couples therapy, hoping to salvage what was left of our marriage. The sessions were intense and emotionally draining. We both had to confront our demons, Emily's insecurities and my apparent obliviousness to her feelings. The therapist helped us navigate these tumultuous waters, but it was an uphill battle. Emily confessed that her affair had not brought her the satisfaction she had hoped for. Instead, it left her feeling empty and guilty. She realized that hurting me had not healed her own wounds. In therapy, we worked on rebuilding trust, but it was a fragile process. Each day felt like walking on eggshells, with the slightest misstep threatening to shatter the fragile progress we had made. As we continued therapy, I tried to understand Emily's perspective. I realized that her actions, while inexcusable, stemmed from a place of deep emotional pain and insecurity. She had felt neglected and unimportant in our relationship, which had driven her to seek validation elsewhere. This was a bitter pill to swallow, but it was crucial for our healing process. At the same time, Emily had to come to terms with the fact that her actions had severely damaged our relationship. She had to confront her own guilt and work on rebuilding her self-worth without relying on external validation. It was a long and arduous journey for both of us. Throughout this period, I found myself reflecting on our marriage and the events that had led us to this point. I realized that I had been so focused on my career and other responsibilities that I had inadvertently neglected Emily's emotional needs. I had taken her presence and our relationship for granted, assuming that everything was fine because there were no overt signs of trouble. This realization was painful, but it was also a wake-up call. If we were to move forward, I needed to be more present and attentive in our relationship. Despite these insights, the process of rebuilding trust was slow and fraught with setbacks. There were days when the weight of Emily's betrayal felt unbearable, and I questioned whether our marriage could ever recover. But there were also moments of hope, when we shared a laugh or a tender moment that reminded me of why I had fallen in love with her in the first place. One such moment came during a therapy session, when Emily and I were asked to write letters to each other, expressing our feelings and hopes for the future. Emily's letter was raw and heartfelt, filled with apologies and promises to work on her insecurities. She expressed her deep love for me and her desire to rebuild our marriage on a foundation of trust and mutual respect. Reading her letter brought tears to my eyes. For the first time since discovering her affair, I felt a glimmer of hope that we could find a way to move forward. I wrote my own letter, acknowledging my own shortcomings and expressing my commitment to being a better partner. It was a cathartic experience that helped us both to see each other in a new light. As the months passed, we slowly began to rebuild our relationship. It wasn't easy, and there were many difficult conversations and moments of doubt along the way. But we both remained committed to the process, determined to learn from our mistakes and create a stronger, healthier marriage. Emily continued her individual therapy to address her insecurities, while I made a conscious effort to be more attentive and emotionally available. We also made time for regular date nights and activities that we enjoyed together, helping to rekindle the spark that had initially brought us together. Our journey was far from perfect, but we learned to communicate more openly and honestly. We developed a deeper understanding of each other's needs and vulnerabilities, which helped to strengthen our bond. Trust, once shattered, takes time to rebuild, but with each passing day, we made small steps towards healing. 1 year after the discovery of Emily's affair, we decided to renew our vows. It was a symbolic gesture, but it held great significance for us. It marked a new beginning, commitment to moving forward with love, trust, and understanding. Surrounded by close friends and family, we reaffirmed our love for each other and our dedication to our marriage. Looking back on our journey, I realized that while Emily's affair was a painful and traumatic experience, it also served as a catalyst for change. It forced us to confront the issues in our relationship and work towards a healthier and more fulfilling partnership. We emerged from the ordeal stronger and more resilient, with a deeper appreciation for each other and the love we shared. While the scars of betrayal may never fully fade, they serve as a reminder of the lessons we learned and the growth we achieved. Our marriage is not perfect, but it is built on a foundation of mutual respect, trust, and a commitment to continually nurture our relationship. In the end, I am grateful for the journey we have been on, as it has brought us closer together and made us stronger as individuals and as a couple. We have learned that love is not just about the good times, but also about facing challenges together and emerging stronger on the other side. Our story is one of resilience, forgiveness, and the power of love to heal even the deepest wounds.